90% of the time, I wake up in the morning and drink my tea out of this cup. It's glass, borosilicate glass to be exact. There are many people who drink tea out of a glass. In fact, it's a huge part of tea culture. Now listen, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but in this video, I'm going to offer a few reasons why you may want to consider adding glass to your tea stash, if you don't have it already. Hey uppity people, this is Heather. I'm a tea sommelier, and I'm proud to announce that I'm also the founder of the brand new Uppity Experience. It's a platform that seeks to connect tea lovers with responsible brands through curated tastings, educational events, and storytelling. In other words, I'm still aiming to spread information and inspiration one cup of tea at a time. Visit uppity.com to learn more. I'd love to hear from you. Teaware is an art form as vast and unique as the tea leaves themselves. As we know, early tea drinking began in China. At the time, they mostly used earthenware and porcelain. Glass teaware didn't really become a thing until tea started being traded outside of China, especially in the Middle East and Europe. By the time tea arrived in the Ottoman Empire in the 17th century, Islamic glassmaking was highly sophisticated. They often used glass to drink tea because it allowed them to watch the leaves swirl in the water as they released their colors. Today, we still see evidence of that beauty and sophistication. Who doesn't love Moroccan mint tea, for example, in those traditional jewel-colored glasses, available in a wide range of designs and colors? Or what about that tulip-shaped Turkish tea glass and saucer? Holding the top of the glass with its outward curving mouth protects the tea drinker's hands from the heat. In Russia, tea is traditionally served in a glass that is placed inside a filigreed metal holder. The holder protects the hands from the heat of the glass and improves the stability of the cup. So there's one common theme that we see across these cultures that use glass for drinking tea. And it's that if you're not careful, that glass will burn your hands when you're trying to enjoy your tea. And up until this point in history, these cultures developed some interesting maneuvers to deal with that. It wasn't until 1893 that we see the invention of borosilicate glass. And it was brought to us by a German inventor by the name of Otto Schott. This borosilicate glass was heat and chemical resistant, and it was primarily used for scientific and industrial purposes. In 1915, this glass was brought to the United States in the form of a brand that we still know very much today, Pyrex, who revolutionized the idea of using borosilicate glass in cookware and other household items. Fast forward from then until today, and we see that glass cups and teapots have become very popular in the West as part of a modernist aesthetic. Way back in the day, when I first started to really study tea, I was naturally drawn to products that were made out of borosilicate glass. Firstly, that was just because I love me a simple but elegant design. I also love that this type of glass allows me to see the color and clarity of my tea. I can evaluate whether my tea is cloudy or clear, vibrant or dull. And the good part is that unlike a lot of porcelain cups, borosilicate glass will not stain from the tannins in your tea. They're durable and can withstand extreme temperatures. And that's mostly because borosilicate glass is typically double-walled. So it keeps tea hot by trapping air between the layers of glass. So be careful when you're taking your first sip because it can be very deceptive. You're thinking you're touching a cool glass of tea, you drink it, and you burn all your esophagus and your 10,000 taste buds. This also means that you can flash chill your tea straight out of brewing it. So even though it's super hot, you can go ahead and cover it and put it in the fridge straight up in your borosilicate glass without waiting. However, one of the main reasons people prefer glass teaware is the belief that it reduces or completely eliminates the leakage of harmful chemicals into your tea. You see, a lot of the ceramic and porcelain teaware use a glaze to seal and decorate them. And this glaze is essential because it helps the teaware to become waterproof. There is evidence that shows that certain glazes can contain harmful chemicals such as lead or cadmium. And these chemicals can leach into your tea when your cup or teapot is warm. So essentially, it's almost like creating some sort of toxic juice into your tea, which nobody wants. For many, the rule of thumb was that if the paint on your hand-painted teacup or teapot felt raised, it most likely has lead in it. Due to these health concerns, you'll notice that a lot of tea brands will specifically put on their packaging that their product is lead-free or toxic-free. Now, to be honest, I didn't know anything about these health concerns when I first started purchasing my glass teaware. And it just so happens that most of this glass teaware that I purchased was from a company called Teabloom, which heavily promotes that its products are high quality, environmentally friendly, and most importantly, toxic free. Now listen, I'd like to think that I'm many things, but one thing I am not is a scientist, child. I wish I was. So I cannot personally confirm or deny these health proclamations. So with that being said, if you do like these various types of Teabloom products, and these are products that I do personally use on the daily, I really enjoy them. If you want to check them out, I do have links in the description to all of them. All right, that's the end of Glass Class. And as always, I appreciate you taking this tea journey with me, where I learn and we learn together. And if you'd like to keep following these videos, you know the drill. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and you'll stay updated with me. All right, y'all, stay blessed.